Hey girls, welcome to Girl Talk. This week we are talking about a book called The 5 Love Languages. Yeah. And it's by Gary Chapman. $9 on Amazon.
So I am Amy Mathewson.
And I'm Ashley Johnson.
And we are here with Girl Talk.
We want to kind of make a difference in people's lives and make you be the best person you can be and kind of encourage that in your life.
We're just talking about Girl Talk, just our daily life and what we have found works for us.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's
and
not badly priced.
It's on Audible, it's on Kindle, like it's on everything.
Yes.
But yeah.
So we're going to try to
First
get
time
into
talking
these.
about a book.
Yeah. A little bit about these 5 love languages, and I'm really excited about this one because just like recently, like in the last like year or two, I finally realized what mine was, and I finally realized what Riley. Yeah, like I never really thought about it before. Yeah, and then now I'm like, oh, this is me. This is me. This is me, and that's not me. You know what I mean? Like I don't take it that way. And me and Riley are opposites. Oh wow. So that's interesting, and how we had to learn how to like give and like the way like what we needed. So I'm excited about this.
Yeah. One. So I guess to start like at the beginning, like everyone has a different way that they receive love. Right. And the reason it's important to find that out is because in order for a person to feel loved, we want to make sure that we are expressing it through a way that they understand it and receive it. Right. So and I'm really excited too about this because I used this a lot when I was a teacher. Okay. So I feel like we're coming at it from like 2 totally different angles. So I'm really excited to help so many different people on it. So we've got right here, like, let's go through like what the 5 ones are, right? Yeah. So we've got words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch, right? Yep. Okay. So what is yours?
So mine is words of affirmation and quality time. And I could totally get into it, like why, because I wrote a few things of why that is. I mean, I looked them up, like I looked up like.
So I think, hold on one second. Before we go into what your not spiritual gift, sorry. Before we go into what your love language is, let me explain to everyone, you can take a test, okay? Yes. Like, and it's not like a test, it's a quiz. Yes. So you can take a quiz to find out like what your love language is. And I unfortunately do not remember what mine is. No. I've done it before and I don't know what it is. I
even
just
like
don't
looking at them, you don't know, like no, like what it would be really.
And a lot of times you could be 2. Yes. Or you could be mainly 1 and a second one. So if you go through the book, they have it. You can probably even find the quiz online for free. Oh, yeah. I don't think it's like that hard. And it's a super easy quiz. But if you're curious as to what yours is, you can do it. If you're in a relationship, you can have the other person take it so that way you know how they feel loved. So you can express it to them that way. Yes. So that's what we're talking about. Like that's how Ashley figured out what her love languages. Yeah. Yes. So, okay.
So, sorry, so words of affirmation. No, words of affirmation and quality time, but quality time is like my number 1. And then the words of affirmation, like I just kind of learned in the past year, like that's what I first it was just quality time. And then like I realized when I, being around Riley more, like I realized like that's actually like I need the words of affirmation, like that's what I want from you, and I didn't realize it until, because my mom's constantly always like, my mom and Riley are gonna be completely different, my mom's my mom, so you know what I mean, like, and that's not the way he takes, like his is not words of affirmation, so his is physical touch. Okay, that's just how it is, like it doesn't have to be, it's just sitting next to you or it doesn't have to be holding intimate, hand or you know what I mean, so that's him, but like that's not me. So I had to learn how to do it because I don't need that, and it's just weird. It was weird for me, and we actually had to sit down and talk because I didn't know how to do it, and so I finally learned to where like now it's a habit, and now like I need it but I don't need it, you know what I mean, like I just like it, right, where it was awkward. But anyways,
yeah, and it's not like, oh, give me a hug all the time. No. It's like in the middle of a conversation, you touch them on the shoulder. Yes. Or you just hold their hand when you're walking down the sidewalk. There's ways to do it.
And he was always the one to initiate it, but he's the one that, like, I should be initiating some of that because that's the way he feels.
Yeah, so that's a very good point. Yes. Like, if you just think back into your relationships, right? Like, whatever the person complains about not getting is a lot of time what their love language is. So if somebody's like, you never spend time with me. Okay, that's like a light bulb moment. They probably have a love language that's like they need time. It's and
that is so big for me, quality time. Like I tell Riley, like I need you to sit down and have, like, look, after work, like, I need us to sit down and talk about our work days. Like, I need that time. Like, I don't care what we're doing. We could be doing nothing and just on our phones next to each other. It's just like, I'd rather him not be, but I'm just saying, it's just like, you're there at least with me. Like, I need that time.
I was gonna say, quality time is, like they say, it's not like when the TV's going. It's not like we're scrolling Facebook and you're trying to carry on a conversation. Like, it's that uninterrupted, like, one-on-one attention that people crave. And
I am, I was gonna write, like, I wrote some stuff down. Let me make sure here. So, like, attention. So that's why it's like, I tell Riley, I'm like, I need attention. Like, I will tell him, like, hey, this is that I need attention. Like, he doesn't, not that he doesn't want to spend time with me, not that, like, that's another thing you have to think about this. It's not that they don't want to spend time with you. They just don't know how much you need them to spend time with you. Like, I need it, like, a lot. Even, like, my mom. Like, that's why me and my mom hang out all the time, because that's I need love that. So, like, just, it says whether it's at home or out on dates. I'm like, but like I said, like, when we're out on a date, I hate phones. Like, I'm just like, can we not, like, I want to do, like, a don't bring our phones, or, like, you know, like, something, because that annoys me, because not that he means to do it, but, like, mentally I'm like, so I'm not special to you, or you don't want to spend time with me, even though that is not the case, but that's just how I perceive that, because that's what I need. Like, I need to know that they're interested to what I'm talking about, or what, you know. I want you to listen to me. I need you to sit there. So that's huge for me. Like, I need, like, the getaways. I need, like, if I don't, like, this week's been, to be honest, like, Riley and I's schedules have not meshed, so I barely have seen him. So then I mentally feel distant. So then I start acting differently, and it's not his fault or my fault. It's just, but he thinks it is, and I'm like, it's not. It's just, I don't know how to, like, not be weird about it, because that's just what I need, and if I don't get what I need, it can't be me. That's just me, though. So I'm like, I'm very passionate about it, obviously.
No, that's really good.
So I'm like, and this is anybody, like, my mom, my family, like, but Riley specifically, obviously, if I'm gonna marry him. So I mean, like, that's me. So that's my biggest one.
When I was a teacher, and I had learned about the 5 love languages, you are normally, the way you receive love is the same as when you were a child. Now, it can mature, you know, so, like, when you're a child, if it's acts of service, it's not going to be the same act of service as when you're an adult, right? Or a gift could be like a Starburst, but when you're an adult, a Starburst isn't really going to be like a gift. Thank you a lot, you know, like, but so it will mature. So it will change over time, but a lot of times it's the same as when you were a child. So as a teacher, I wanted every single child to feel loved from me, right? But if I only expressed that to those kids the same, then some kids would never feel loved. That's because true. They don't know how to feel it that way. So if I just said, you know, Miss Amy loves you, the child that needs the physical touch isn't going to know that. You know, they're not going to be able to receive that love. Now, the other thing I was very passionate about when I was a teacher was I didn't want to have a favorite student. So it was like, as a child, because I taught on the elementary level, right? They don't understand that they receive love differently. So if I am, like, constantly praising this child and they need to hear that, when I give this child a gift, they're not going to understand all I'm doing is reaching out to your love languages, you know? So it comes across as you favor one more than the other. So what I did was I just made sure that I did all 5 acts of love to all of the students. So I would just make sure, like, in the mornings, we would shake hands or high five at the door. So somebody was getting that physical connection from the moment they walked in the door.
That's so smart.
And then if they needed, like, words of affirmation, you know, like, I would make sure I praised them for every little thing that they did, right? Or it would be, I love doing this one, I would go around, like, the night before I would leave school and put, like, little Post-it notes on people's desks. And it would just be like, you did a great job today, or great job on your math paper, or, you know, whatever, you behaved well today, or anything small. And so eventually the whole class would get a note on their desk, but it meant so much to that one person that needed to hear it that way.
So you you have no idea.
I don't.
Are you like in all of them? Like, do you, okay, so, like, do you need compliments? Like, do you like to know why you're loved, or, like?
No, and I don't think it's physical touch. I don't think it's quality time. I don't know.
You just give it all, but you don't care what you get.
Like,
you know how to give it all, but
I don't know. I know. I was like, I should have taken that test so we could know, but
no, I'm just curious.
I'm curious. So I will take it. I don't remember, but
I'm just curious. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, like,
but I think that's it.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
the importance
much, like,
of it. Yeah, it'll make your
kind
life
of skims the surface of
yeah,
it.
just kind of a scratch the surface.
Yes.
But it's important in your relationships, I think. So
yes.
Thank you for tuning in to Girl Talk every single week. We'll catch you next time, guys. So I am Amy Mathewson.
And I'm Ashley Johnson.
And we are here with Girl Talk.
We want to kind of make a difference in people's lives and make you be the best person you can be and kind of encourage that in your life.
We're just talking about Girl Talk, just our daily life and what we have found works for us.
Yes.